quick here because I have a body plate that I need to create for one of my buyers. And I already painted it. I didn't think I was going to paint it as quickly as I did. So now I'm going to seal it. And I was wondering if you guys wanted to watch me seal a body plate. Then I'll explain what that is. So hello everyone for coming in and joining me as I do this live. But I'm looking for sealer. Hello. Thanks for joining. So what we're doing today is we're going to work on a vinyl doll. And I use Ultimate Fusion. So I don't use Genesis. I use an air dry paint, not a heat set paint. All right, so when you do a vinyl Reborn doll, you have the option of using an acrylic based paint like this, which is Ultimate Fusion, or you can use a heat set paint like Genesis, where you have to paint and then it sets in the oven. So I don't use an oven, I just air paint. And when I paint, I have to use a solvent because I'm using acrylic. Actually, no, I'm sorry. Don't let me get don't let me get vinyl dolls mixed up with silicone dolls, which is what I've been painting mostly. Okay, so vinyl dolls, you don't have to use a solvent. Actually, what you use is distilled water. So distilled water, and then, you're going to use, oh, yeah, I think I found what I was looking for. Yep. There's some gloss. There's some matte varnish. Thanks, guys, for joining me. I know I'm a teeny bit discombobulated, but we're getting it together. I'm going to show you what I've been working on. All right, I have been working on this little fella. It's a back plate. So this goes to my sugar kit. And Sugar is a biracial little boy, 20 inches. So he was bigger than I thought he was. He was a pretty big boy. And after he was sold to his mom, she came back and she said, is there any way that you can create a front and a back plate? And I was like, yeah, I'll do it. I'm not going to always do that once the baby is sold, but I haven't done many back plates. So let me try to fix it. Okay. So here's the back plate. Now we do have a front plate, but it is anatomically correct. And therefore, I'm going to cover up his little bits and parts because YouTube is cool, but TikTok ain't so cool. So we got his little belly plate going, and we want to preserve this paint. So how we do that is we add a varnish over it. And the varnish that I like a lot. I like this. So these are both by Deco Arts. Here's more of a liquid one, and then here's one that is more like a paste. And the one that's more like a paste doesn't drip as much. So we're going to use that. Okay, so you guys, I'm happy you guys are here. If you enjoy this type of content, watching someone put together Reborn dolls, then stay tuned. Hit me with some likes, and I'm going to kind of switch the camera over so that we can see the table. And while the camera is switched over, I don't have it set up so that it screens on like a TV or anything. So I'm not going to be able to see comments. So here, let me hold little man up again while I answer some questions before we start painting. So how much do I sell my dolls for? I do have a nursery. It's at reborns.com. And the name of my particular nursery is Pepper's Reborn Boutique. And so I go, I mean, there's like a lot of different prices. For instance, I'll show you the one that actually this person is getting ready to put a bid on there. So I'm going to show it to y'all. But my dolls sell anywhere for like a vinyl doll. I think I have one in there for $300. I have another in there for $400. But then I have silicone dolls that are $2,000. I think that's the highest one now. But I'll show you one of my vinyl babies. Bear with me while I get her. This little girl is my little pride and joy. This is Ella May, and Ella May is my most recent creation. See, with my little girls, I put them on a sleep cap because I am deathly afraid of their hair becoming ruined. Let's get it this way. Oh, hey, Ella May. Let's see. She has really soft white hair, and she can take a magnetic pacifier. Actually, she can take a modified pacifier, depending on how you want to modify it. And Ella May has rooted eyelashes and rooted eyebrows, which I don't typically, like rooting eyebrows, but I'm trying to because so many people enjoy, seeing their babies with rooted. So she's a toddler size baby. She is going for at the moment $1,200, and someone is about to put a down payment on her. The minimum down payment is $500 for anything that's over $1,000. Less than $1,000, just kind of send me a message and let me know. But yeah, so that is Miss Ella May, and thank you so much for saying that she's gorgeous, because I kind of feel the same way about her. Thank you so much. Okay, so that is little Miss Ella May. She was sleeping good. I need to put her back to bed. Give her little binky again. But yeah, the prices are actually, the best thing to do is just to go to my nursery. My nursery is at reborns.com. There is a link in my bio. She lost a house shoe. She lost one of her house shoes. I'm gonna put her back to bed. Say goodnight, sweetheart, while we start working on these belly plates. Okay, but I can't see. So if you were talking, leaving me a message telling me it was sideways, yell out, Pepper, we can't see it sideways. But I don't think it really matters. I mean, I'm just painting. All right, so here's the sealer that I'm going to use. The sealer is to actually prevent like scratches and things like that. So I'm going to actually we're going to do this. And we're going to dab it on. Oops, you know what? I don't want to pounce. Oops, okay, yeah, this is fine. I don't want to pounce too much and shake the, I have, my tripod is connected to the table, which in hindsight might not be a good idea when you're pouncing. Also, I have my fan going. And so what that does is it's going to allow this to dry very quickly, which is good. So again, this is a back plate for a 20-inch doll, vinyl doll. And if you go to my homepage, you will see the doll is the sugar kit. He's got a really mottled complexion, biracial baby complexion, and very light, kind of like an afro hair. So I like how the hair turned out, but it was that ruby red hair that is no fun. Total. Okay, so 1 coat of sealant should be good enough. And as you can see, it is like basically getting dry. Okay. And this is not a silicone back. This is a vinyl back. And look at it, it has a lot of flexibility to it. All right, so now we're going to just let this little fella sit here for a moment. And then we're going to work on this little fella. And I will do his little privates off off screen because, well, I'm gonna tell y'all, TikTok don't play even with doll nudity. And when I say doll nudity, I mean I don't necessarily believe in doll nudity, but TikTok do, and they will shut you down. So we're not gonna show any little boy bits and you know, little boy parts. Now, unfortunately, with Sugar, I'd already mailed him off to his mom, and so therefore, I couldn't. I'm going off by memory on his skin tone. I mean, I do have pictures, but it's basically memory. But his mom was okay with that. So we have to do what we do. And I purchased this anatomically correct belly plate from McPherson's, but you can get them from a lot of different craft stores, like Irresistibles, Dolls by Sandy, and there are other ones. Those are the 3 main ones that I use. All right, so let's put his little back. We can show his butt. I don't think there's a problem with showing his butt, but for some reason, anything else, we'll see. I might get shut down. If y'all see me get shut down, that means the butt plate might have been an issue. All right, so right now, while you don't see me actually doing anything, is because I'm doing his little privates. So we want to make sure that paint is sealed on there. And one of the things that Ultimate Fusion does is that they allow, they have a formula that allows the paint to really cure to the vinyl. So technically, the paint that we're using, which again, I was here, let me get one. It's like this. Here's a yellow. And the paint that we use is, see, it's just acrylic paint. The same acrylic paint that basically that you would use to do a painting with. But they have a formula that allows it to cure much better onto the kit. Okay, so now, as we can see, we are dry. I'm seeing little, I think it's this brush, to be honest with you. I'm gonna get a different brush. I try to keep my brushes separate. So when I'm painting vinyl versus when I'm painting silicone, I don't have an issue with inhibiting the cure of my silicone. Let's just make sure that all of these bristles are apart. Okay, so what I'm going to use is this Deco Art. This is a matte varnish. So hopefully I don't get any shine, because there right now is a little bit of, I'm not going to say, like, let's say a sheen. There's a bit of a sheen on there that a lot of times we just want to try, artists want to try to get rid of that sheen. Okay. And now, you know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of Elmer's glue. So remember when you were a kid and you would put Elmer's glue on the palm of your hand, let it dry, and it dried clear, and then you would peel it off. Well, this varnish is not, this is a clean cosmetic wedge. This is not going to peel off. This is going to provide a protective coat. I did the last coat of paint on this little man's back 24 hours ago. So I wanted to make sure that it was pretty clean. And when I say clean, I should probably say that it was pretty dry. All right. That is what one layer of varnish looks like. And we're going to do two, but I may not do two tonight. I may want to let this cure as much as possible tonight, and then come back tomorrow for the final varnish. And then I would like to let it sit for about 1 week. I told the mom too, but honestly, it's a plate on the back. I really don't know that she's going to do too much that could hurt it. And typically I hear people say, let it cure a week. Sometimes I hear people say, let it cure 3 days. I just want to be extra, extra careful. Okay, let me say thank you for joining this live. If you're talking, if you're asking questions, I can't read them because I'm actually in the middle of painting. So I'll come back after we do, I'll just kind of turn the camera around for a minute after we do this part. And before I do the front, I can already, I love the way this looks. This gives such a human quality to the vinyl. It just feels very, I don't know about the way it feels when you touch it, but when you look at it, it just gives a quality of actual flesh. So that's why I really like this. I also like Lucky. Lucky is a liquid. So I use that too. But, and then some people use Mod Podge. Um, so there's so many different varnishes that you can use for vinyl. But again, this is my favorite. This is Deco Art Americana Ultra Matte Varnish. So I'm using the Ultra Matte so that it's not like a high gloss. Because you can definitely put a high gloss like maybe on the lips or, you know, the nails, but I would prefer not to do that. Okay, so now let us take a look. Let's put the lid on because we don't want that to, that dries pretty fast. I broke on my last live. I broke my tripod, and so I am. I just opened this in time to do this live, so I haven't like messed with it or anything. And that's my problem. I need to not do that so much. All right. So, do you guys have any questions about vinyl dolls or reborn dolls or the varnish that I'm using? You can see that it has base. Let me turn off the light for it here for a minute. There, get that glare off. It has. I have a vinyl and cloth baby that I made. I made a vinyl and cloth baby, and you love her so much. Which one is it, Anastasia? I enjoy creating babies, but when it comes to painting, I'm finding that I love creating the silicone babies way more than the vinyl babies. But I just like creating the babies. So, oh, London! Oh my gosh, I love London. I'm so happy that you bought the London kit. She was one of my first ones. Oh, actually, this body thing that I'm doing now was for Sugar, and Sugar was before London. But oh my God, I was so excited when you bought her because, you know, it was like I was a new artist at the time, and I really enjoyed painting, but I wasn't secure. You know, I wasn't I didn't feel confident at that time, but I did like the results. So yeah, but I have gotten to a point where I need to test myself more, meaning that that's why I've switched over to silicones. Niana, I love that name. Little Niana. Oh, I love when people. I have a couple of, and I'm actually, yeah, I'm doing the little private parts of this little man since I got to do it off camera, and then I'll turn the camera back around so y'all can see me do the rest of it. But I just want to make sure that we get his little private parts done. But I love when the mommies and the families contact me and they show me pictures. Like I had someone, I did a Felicity, and they just sent me pictures of her in some new clothes, and the clothes fit so perfect. I just was like, I was just giddy. I'm like, thank you, share pictures. I love it. So she needs a sibling. Well, that I got a little girl. Um, I have one little girl that is a sold out for $400. She's my chocolate drop. She's a sold out kit that no one has purchased, just like Sugar. Nobody purchased him. And then when I showcased him in a video, her his mama was like, "Ooh, I really want that baby." So take another look and see if it's something that you might like because that's a good price for a sold out and it's a limited edition. It is the Reamy, what is it, Ashton? Is it Ashton to my shop? I also have another little girl. She is, even though she's African American, she is kind of a lighter skin, and she has she has light brown, curly, long hair. I love the way she is painted. So, all right, guys, I am going to switch the camera around, cover up little man's little privates, and we're going to paint his little belly. Okay, I think that's pretty good. Okay, so again, we are painting a vinyl belly plate for my sugar kit that is 20 inches. So it looks like a big baby, but man, I didn't realize he was that big until I look at these belly and back plates. And we've already done a seal coat. So now what we're doing is we're varnishing. And varnishing is just adding on a protective layer. I'm going to varnish twice. And then when it dries, some of them dry to leave an actual texture. I like a smooth texture. So hopefully we're not going to, this kind doesn't leave any type of weird texture. So my sister, Sunflower Baby Angels, I think she just goes by Sunflower Angels on TikTok, but she is painting a kit, and it's such a chunky little kit. So I hope you guys have been watching her YouTube where she goes through the steps of painting it. Her YouTube channel is Sunflower Baby Angels. She was supposed to be on here today. We were supposed to be on together, but she had to take care of some other business, so she wasn't able to get on today. But I may go in, if she goes on tomorrow, I may go in to join her, but I doubt if I'll paint. I'll just like go on and we'll chit chat. So, you know, go to her channel, probably 7 o'clock. That's what she said she was going to do today, was a 7 o'clock live. Can y'all see it? Did I make sure I don't go off of camera? So I just want to thank everybody for coming to my live. And thank you for your likes. Thank you for subscribing. Because I have gained some new subscribers that I totally appreciate. Because it felt like it took me forever to get to a point where I could actually go live, because you got to have 1,000 subscribers. And I wasn't always that, I didn't post that much. So I wasn't getting my subscribers the way I wanted to. And then it happened. And so I'm trying to show my appreciation by doing lives and doing things that, you might not see me do if you are on my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is where I usually put most of my content. That's where I will go through, like, showing you how to paint an entire baby from beginning to end. And where I have like giveaways. I have a silicone doll giveaway. It's 1,000 subscriber giveaway, and we're still trying to hit that 1,000. The last that I checked, I was like 33 away from hitting 1,000. So if you're interested in owning your own silicone baby, and there's no charge involved, and there's no scamming involved in this, this is just me giving away a baby to show my appreciation. It is a partial. It's Silicone Steven. You don't have to pay for anything. You don't even have to be You know, only thing you have to do is be in the United States, because I only ship in the United States or Canada. And you don't have to, I will handle the shipping and handling. There is also going to be a small box opening. And Steven is cute. I mean, honestly, guys, I painted him while I was on YouTube. You just got to clean this off, because we want to try to use this brush again. I'm going to try to use the same brush tomorrow. And I do have plenty of paper towels, but let me use the tissue this time. And then what I do is, to clean my brush, I just put it in water. That's all you have to do, is just put it in a little bit of water. Yeah, but back to the 1,000 subscriber giveaway. You basically would just need to indicate a comment on one of my videos, and it's specifically a video that is the Felicity video part 10. That's where I completed the Felicity sculpt. You have to make a comment on that, so you have to like it. You have to make a comment that says, I want Steven, and then you have to be subscribed. And I'll announce when I hit 1,000 subscribers. I'll put in the community chat when I'll hold the drawing. I have like this automated draw picker. So, you know, you can enter as many times as you want to, but it's only going to pick based on whether or not you met all 3 criteria. And of course, that you are within the United States or Canada. So that is about it for the live today. I'm going to turn the camera back around. So you have to go to my YouTube channel. My YouTube name is Pepper's Reborn Boutique. Let me turn off this light. I see the ring light in my glasses, and it's like terrible. Okay, Pepper's Reborn Boutique. Once you get there, subscribe, please. And go to the Felicity video number 10, and you'll see the video will have a picture of a little girl with a big old white bow in her hair, a little baby, and comment that you want Steven. You know, I don't care how you spell it, with a V or a PH, and then like that video. Those 3 things have to be achieved. Okay, so we got a lot of contestants. I mean, that has like 2,000 likes, but I don't think that a lot of people have followed all of the instructions, because some of those people didn't subscribe, even though they hit the like, and even though we got a whole bunch of people saying, I want Steven, but they didn't take the next step, which was to subscribe. So you got to do all 3, because the picker who picks, you know, the prize is going to only pick those people who have done all of those things. And then I will go in and make sure that they're within the United States. Then I'll contact you guys. So anyway, thank you so much for joining.
Maybe someday you'll have it your way. Maybe someday it'll all work out. Until then, nope, and nope.